What is going on, everybody? We're back here on the FTN Bets World Cup betting preview, jumping in to Group E. I'm Zach Graham, aka Kawaisenberg DFS, still alongside my good buddy Stefano Vaccarino. You can find him on Twitter at Big Money Play. Steph, we're halfway through these groups, jumping into Group E here, and this is one of the most entertaining groups on paper, in my opinion. You've got Spain and Germany up top, two titans, right, in the international football community, and then you've got Japan in there, who I think can be a little bit sneaky, and Costa Rica out of CONCACAF. You know, there's some familiar names for me on that squad. But from your perspective, looking at Group E here, how do you see this group shaking out?
So I respect Japan and Costa Rica a good amount. First off, Costa Rica has a world-class goalie, a legendary goalie in Keylor Navas, and a team that parks the bus with a world-class goalie. No matter who they play, it's going to be difficult to score on them. Assuming they don't concede early, because if they concede early, then they're in trouble. Yeah. But I think Spain and Germany have to respect Japan and Costa Rica. Japan is kind of an interesting side, right? They're an attacking style of play. Like they're very technical. They have a striker in Daichi Kamada. I probably butchered that pronunciation. Who's legit. The problem is, it seems like he's not in favor with the Japanese coach, and he might not start, but he's clearly their best player, and he can make some things happen. He's been scoring. He's the third highest scorer in the Bundesliga this year, which is saying something. He's got more goals than Sadio Mane in Bundesliga this year. That is an accomplishment in itself. That said, I think it's fairly straightforward. Spain and Germany are going to advance. People are down on this German side. I'm a little down on them. Like they're it's a different type of Germany, right? They're not as solid. They're not rock solid in the back as they have been over the decade of this kind of German dominance in international football. But they're flashier, right? They're kind of in their Brazilian phase where they have like some incredibly gifted attacking players and young attacking players. So I like Germany to win this group over Spain. So I have it Germany, Spain, Japan, then Costa Rica. Slightly give the edge to Japan over Costa Rica.
Yeah, I don't think that's crazy at all. Maybe some of the things that I'm going to say here in a minute are they're probably a little crazier. But yeah, I mean, Spain, Germany up top. I think if somebody can pinpoint how those teams are going to finish, there's probably some value in the betting markets there. But I don't think I have too much to add. Like you pointed out, Keylor Navas, he was my player to watch in this group because, like you mentioned it, like world-class keeper. Legend. He's the one, legendary. He's the one that can keep Costa Rica in these games. And if they're going to cause any sort of chaos here in Group E, it's going to be on the back of him and that back line just being a little bit more staunch than we're used to. Like we've seen them upset or certainly like earn points off teams in CONCACAF when they shouldn't have. And so I just think like that team is a grinded out physical team. I still don't think they're going to make it out of this group, though, like Spain and Germany, unless there's just some craziness. And let's not count Japan out, right? Like this team has a history, been to the knockouts 2002, 2010, 2018. So 3 times in the last 20 years for this Japanese side getting through the group stage. I just think the draw was not friendly to them this year. And I think it's going to be one of those off years for Japan. So I guess who's another player to watch if you have one, or a favorite bet here in Group E?
I've got 2. There's 2 teenagers, one on Spain, one on Germany. We've got Pedri on Spain, the next Iniesta, so to speak. He's an incredible player to watch. He's a superstar already at age 19. If you're unfamiliar with him, you're going to start hearing a lot about Pedri in this tournament, especially if Spain start winning. And Jamal Musiala on Germany, another teenager, incredibly gifted. He's going to play like kind of that number 10 for Germany. And just another player to watch. He's not really a household name yet. Plays for Bayern. This is a potential breakout tournament for both of these players. Pedri kind of had his in the Euros. So I would say the breakout. I would slightly lean up. The breakout player would be Jamal Musiala, simply because he really hasn't had that breakout tournament.
I like it. How about your favorite bets here in Group E?
I'm going to go with the hater bet, as you like to say it.
Yeah.
Costa Rica lowest scoring team at plus 800 on FanDuel Sportsbook. Listen, we can sing the praises for Keylor Navas and even this Costa Rican defense, right? It is tough to score on Costa Rica. It's more difficult for Costa Rica to score, though. They just don't really have the attacking talent. As fun as Joel Campbell might have been like 8 years ago, I don't know if he's as fun now. And Brian Ruiz is like 57 years old now.
Yeah, he's been around.
Yeah. it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for this team to score goals. They're the third, I believe, like Saudi Arabia is like plus 700, and then Qatar is also like plus 750 or plus 800 for lowest scoring team. So they're right there with those two other teams for the lowest odds, I should say, to be the lowest scoring team. So give me Costa Rica lowest scoring team plus 800.
I like that one. You know, I like myself a good hater bet. So I'll give you another hater bet here. If you believe that Costa Rica can come get some results against these three teams, you know, with that Keylor Navas backed defense, you can look for Japan plus 150 to finish last in this group. But I don't think I have like as strong of a conviction here. Like I also think, like I said earlier, if you're looking for that group straight forecast, if you think Spain, Germany 1-2 plus 125 there on DraftKings, Germany, Spain 1-2 plus 145 on DraftKings. So if you're listening here and you've got a lean on that, I would look there. And if not, and you just, you know, you want to ride with the hater bet of the week here, Japan to finish last at plus.
You can also bet both and just guarantee like a quarter unit of profit.
That's a good point. That's a good point. They don't call them big money play for nothing. So that's going to do it here for Group E on the FTN Bets World Cup betting preview. You can head over to ftnbets.com/World Cup. You can find all of our World Cup betting content. If you're not a member yet here at FTN Bets, you can get a 3-day free trial when you sign up. So no reason not to. What are you waiting for? Get over there. And then if you want to tail any of our bets, or you have some of your own that you'd like to kind of shop around the industry, find the best odds, you can use the FTN prop shop there on ftnbets.com. It's going to give you a list of all the best odds for any bet that you are looking to place. So that wraps up Group E here. We'll be back. 3 groups to go, Steph. So we're almost done with this marathon here. Stick with us on the FTN Bets World Cup betting preview. We'll see you in a minute.